Are you one of the million people who are convinced that you have to eat fiber in order to feed your gut microbiome? Oh boy, you better watch this video until the end because I'm about to reveal something that you didn't know, your doctor didn't know, nor did your dietitian know. You don't have to eat fiber to feed your gut microbiome, the bacteria that live in your large intestine like kings and queens. There are proteins in meat, in animal foods, in eggs that feed your gut microbiome just as well, if not better, than fiber in vegetables and other plants. This means that your gut bacteria get all of the food they need on a carnivore diet. Now in this video, I'm going to tell you all of the most collagen-rich foods on a carnivore diet because that, collagen peptides, that's what your bacteria can eat, and they like it just as well, if not better, than the fiber that comes from plants. And later in this video, I'm going to give you a list of foods that are rich in these collagen peptides so that your gut microbiome stays happy. Our gut bacteria live on leftovers. They live on the stuff that your body either can't or won't or just didn't digest. Now, when it comes to plants, that's fiber. Your body cannot digest fiber. It cannot use fiber. Fiber is meaningless, but your gut bacteria can ferment it or rot it and turn it into something called short-chain fatty acids, which then definitely feed the cells lining your large intestine, but they may also be absorbed into the general body-wide circulation and have other positive benefits as well. Well, if you're eating a carnivore diet, you're eating 0 grams of fiber a day. So right off the bat, you would just assume if fiber is essential or mandatory, that if somebody was on a carnivore diet, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs only, that all of their gut microbiome would die and then they'd get really sick. But we don't see that. Currently, there's over 1 million people all around the world living and thriving on a carnivore diet. Their gut microbiome is fine. How is that possible? That's what we're going to talk about. So the 3 main compounds that your gut bacteria make when they ferment things is butyrate, acetate, and propionate. And these short-chain fatty acids are then what feed the cuboidal epithelial cells lining your large intestine, and it may also be absorbed into the general circulation. Now, here's the thing in the carnivore diet that feeds them just as well, if not better. And if you don't believe me, I've got lots of research links down in the show notes showing the research that shows this to be very clearly true. So when you eat a collagen-rich carnivore meal, that collagen gets broken down by the stomach acid and the other enzymes in your digestive system into collagen peptides, which are short or long chains of different peptides. And that is the same kind of fuel as fiber is for your gut bacteria. They can ferment or rot or break down or digest that to make the short chain fatty acids that your body's benefiting from, at least at the cellular level, if not body-wide, and they don't need any fiber whatsoever. So the next objection that would come from the plant lovers is, well, I'm sure that stimulates the growth of unhealthy bacteria and probably downregulates all the good bacteria. No. Remember those research links I told you down in the show notes? When you eat a collagen-rich diet, that actually stimulates and encourages the good bacteria in your gut to proliferate. You see, collagen is a unique molecule. It is filled with glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, which are amino acids that your gut microbiome, your gut bacteria, love and will readily eat, aka ferment, aka rot, in your gut. They're basically fuel for the bacteria. They break them down, they digest them, and then the byproduct is short-chain fatty acids. So when you eat a collagen-rich diet, not only is it beneficial to your hair, your skin, your nails, but it's also one of the favorite meals of the bacteria that live in your colon. Now let's talk about which bacteria are actively selected when you're eating a collagen-rich diet. Collagen peptides seem to favor which bacteria thrive if you're eating a collagen-rich diet. Indeed, it's the Bacteroides species and the Faecobaculum species that thrive when you eat a collagen-rich diet. They don't need any fiber whatsoever. In the research that I talked about, there's links in the show notes The collagen peptides, when they were added to the participants of the study's diet, researchers saw fewer harmful bacteria. They saw a tighter gut junction barrier, right? Remember the tight junctions? They actually get better when you're eating a collagen-rich diet, and they saw less gut inflammation. And indeed, when I talk to someone who's on a carnivore diet because they had ulcerative colitis or irritable bowel or Crohn's disease, they always report less inflammation, and it's most assuredly because they have stimulated the inflammation-lowering bacteria that love to eat peptide change. So the truth of the matter is that you don't need to eat any brand cereal whatsoever. You don't need to eat any kale or any other fiber-rich plant food to feed your gut bacteria. That's just a myth, and we now know that to be a fact because of the research in the show notes. Now wait, right there. I know what you're about to do. You're about to go to Amazon and buy a collagen powder. Don't do that. I'm about to tell you the most collagen-rich foods you can eat on a low-carb diet, a ketogenic diet, a ketovore diet, or a carnivore diet. You can get all of the peptide chains that you need in your diet. The collagen peptides, they're in there. You just have to know which foods to eat. Don't waste your money on a collagen supplement. The most collagen-rich foods that you can eat, and these are all animal-based or animal-source foods, are the connective tissue, the skin, and the bones of the animal. Now, no one's advocating you to be chewing on raw chicken skin or gnawing on hard bones. You don't have to do that. Obviously, we're humans. We're very smart. We've got this big brain. Bone broth, you can put in any part of the chicken. You can put in beef marrow bones. You can put in pig's feet. You can put in chicken's feet. All of these are rich sources of free collagen. Not only is that collagen going to be making your hair, your skin, and your nails much more beautiful, they're going to be feeding your gut bacteria as well. Any slow cooked cut of meat, so anything that would be just very tough if you just grilled it. So any beef shank, any oxtail, short ribs, lamb shank, pork hocks, pig feet, chicken feet, any kind of connective tissue containing cut of meat is going to be rich in the collagen peptides that your gut bacteria are hungry for. Any skin, so chicken skin, whether it's baked, broiled, grilled, or if you put them in the air fryer and make crispy chicken skins, great source of collagen peptides. Salmon skin, the skin of any fish, even sardines with the skin on and the bones in, great source of these collagen peptides. Pork rinds, yes, pork rinds, depending on what they're fried in, are actually a health food for your gut bacteria because they're full of connective tissue. Any organ meat, any connective tissue, tripe soup, tendon stew, chicken feet, any kind of bone broth, even the membrane inside of the soft-boiled egg, you know, that little thin membrane you can peel off, that's pure collagen, which is going to break down into collagen peptides in your digestive system and make your gut bacteria very, very happy. So the next time somebody says, oh, if you don't eat fiber, your gut bacteria will die, you can just, depending on your mood, either nod and smile and know they're wrong, or you can say, you know, actually Dr. Berry has a video about that, and there's a lot of research links in the show notes. I actually printed all those out. Here's a copy. Stop saying dumb things. So the final truth is you do not need to eat any fiber whatsoever in order to feed your gut bacteria very, very well and make them very happy, in order to upregulate all of the good bacteria and downregulate all of the mean, evil bacteria, and to help your gut bacteria make all of the short-chain fatty acids that your intestinal lining and indeed perhaps the rest of your body need. Your gut bacteria are happy to make that for you if you just eat enough collagen to supply them with enough collagen peptides. So go to the store right now, get some meat skins or pork rinds, get some oxtail and make some stew, save all your bones and make bone broth once a week, and you will have the happiest, healthiest gut bacteria on the earth. Now, I know you've got a friend or three who still believes that fiber is mandatory for good gut microbiome health. You might want to share this video with them so they'll stop saying things that are just not true. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.